Hello, happy Friday. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. I am. As always, I say that I like to start my day with an attitude of gratitude, and I do that. I make sure that it is on the agenda to be starting my day with the attitude of gratitude so that, I just have that time, that I have that energy. And so I wanted to come to you today because there was something it started to formulate in my head in the wee hours as I was just starting to wake up. And I realized something that was, like I said, it was weighing on my mind about setting boundaries. It was something I had a conversation with somebody yesterday evening. She was doing a free coaching session, and so I chimed in. And it was just one of the things she talked about was setting boundaries. And so I wanted to come to you this morning and talk to you about that because, it's really hard sometimes, when we're dealing with so much mental clutter to do that. So before I get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Leslie Godet. I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so that they can, pursue their dreams and aspirations and start living their best lives right now. And so, as I said, I wanted to come to you about something that was weighing on me this morning in the wee hours just before getting up. And I thought I need to share this with you because it was something that I'd been thinking about for myself personally. And I wanted to share this with you just in case maybe this is something that you've been thinking about, something that's been weighing on you. So I have come up with 3 rules for setting boundaries, whether it's boundaries with people in your life or maybe it's situations, activities, just life in general. So number 1, this is going to be based around relationships, okay? Accept that not everyone is nice. So you might have that person in your life and they might not even realize it. So here's the kicker. They might not even realize that they are doing this to you, but they're repeatedly making you feel bad or they're selfish. They blame you. They start to blame shift, like you're in the wrong they start blame shifting you for their circumstances, and then they expect you to fix it. But here's the thing, it's on them, it's not on you. But again, it's really hard to actually discern from that because you start to think, oh, maybe I am at fault for this. Maybe if I spend more time with this person, maybe I can help them. I can change their whole perspective on me. The thing is, you can't change another person. They have to want to change. It's on them. So in this case, it might be time for you to set some boundaries on your relationship with them, especially if someone is sucking the life out of you or your time. For lack of a better expression, they're sucking the life out of you. So what do you do? If they are trying to take up a lot of your time when it's always negative energy in the room or on the phone call, whatever the situation is, you're going to have to start setting boundaries and giving them a time limit on how long they're allowed to vent and how long they're allowed to, to stay in this mindset. You want to help them get out of the mindset. So yeah, definitely. This is something like, as I said, it's really hard. But in order for you to thrive, for you to grow, you need to start setting your own boundaries with the people in your life. And especially if there's situations in your life where you're saying yes to things, maybe you're doing too many things. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Maybe you're doing things that you're saying yes to a lot of things and you're not really using a calendar or a planner. I love my planner. I don't go anywhere without it. I don't navigate my days without it because I need to know my time, like to effectively use my time. I need to know what I have going on. So sometimes you're going to have to say, you're going to be able to say yes to things, things that serve you. So you really have to think about what are the things that I need right now in my life that are going to propel me forward into whatever it is that I'm trying to do. And then those are the things that you can put on your calendar if they can fit in to your calendar, into your time, because you know your time best. There are going to be times where you're going to have to say no And you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, you're going to start feeling FOMO, the fear of missing out. But you have to realize you cannot do everything all the time. You just cannot. So start looking for the things that really serve you. And then there's going to be things you're going to have to say, not right now. So you might be able to revisit it later. Maybe a podcast, or maybe someone's doing a webinar and you can't get in on it right now because it just doesn't fit within your time. So what you can do is maybe set yourself a reminder to follow up maybe in a few weeks when you have that time available, and see if they're doing a replay, or seeing if they're going to be doing something similar or the same thing again. But you have to set boundaries not only for people, but for things that you do. Otherwise, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. And you know what? You do have enough mental clutter of your own to deal with, especially if somebody else is kind of like blame shifting, throwing up all of their stuff all over you, making you feel responsible for their circumstances. You don't have time to deal with their mental clutter because you have your own to deal with. But you can help them to give them some tools. And I've given you tools in other lives. I actually think that if the best tool that you can give to them is to refer them to me, because I can help them with that. So just send them my way. Number 2, learn to trust your intuition, your gut. A lot of the time we don't do this. We know something isn't right. We feel it to the bones that it isn't right, but we do it anyway. I'll give you an example for me. I get a lot of things popping up in my feed now because I'm a coach. I get a lot of different, webinars, workshops, there's great deals that are happening, all based around coaching. And at one point I was clicking on, and a lot of the time they say, here, I got a freebie for you. And then I started getting a lot of emails after I said, oh, I want that freebie, I want to check it out. But I was doing it so much that it was sucking a lot of my time away from me because I wasn't using my time effectively. So you have to learn to trust your intuition. I knew that this wasn't serving me, but I wasn't I wasn't stopping myself. So I made a decision that I'm going to stop clicking on these freebies right now. Good morning. I'm not going to click on these freebies right now until I have the availability to click on these things, that I have the availability to invest my time there. Because right now my time is better served in other areas. So when it comes to people, if you're dealing with bad energy from certain people in your life, it can make it harder for you to learn to rely on your intuition, on your gut. But you have to do this. You have to go back to the first one, which was accept that not everyone is nice. They're not always going to have your best interests. They may be blame shifting on you because their situation isn't ideal for them and they're just looking for an outlet. So you need to learn to trust your intuition and learn how to effectively say, okay, I need to put boundaries on this. Number 3, this is a harsh one, but it may be that you have to just walk away. If you have no other alternative, you've used all your resources, you've tried talking to this person, trying to make changes within your relationship, or maybe the things that you're doing, you've tried to better time management. Maybe you just have to walk away right now because you need to look after you. And as I said, mental clutter is real. We deal with it every day. Things are coming at us. It's like life is flittering around, and whether it's like, how Cupid has the arrow. Well, I like to say life has darts, and darts are being thrown at us. Some miss us, some kind of just graze us, and then some stick. And how do we deal with those things, right? So when you have to deal with somebody else's mental clutter, that's just too hard. So you may have to walk away, especially if someone or something is constantly draining your battery, bringing you down, keeping you off track, and you're not able to focus on what's important. So it's time to either get time, true time boundaries for the people in your life, for the situations in your life, how much time you're going to spend with that person or on that thing that you want to do, but it's not time effective for you. You need to actually plan it out. Or simply, if it's not serving you, just walk away right now. It's going to be hard, but you should then ask yourself this. So if this is based around a person, does this person really care about me? And are they even aware of what they're doing? Unless you tell them how you feel, they're not going to know. So you can then learn to set your boundaries with this person, and they'll learn to respect you. Or how about an activity? Is it serving you? If it's not, it's time to walk away from it right now. It's something that's not available in your time slots right now. You just cannot find the time for it, and that's okay, because we can't do everything all the time. And you have to think about it. Is it depleting me? Is it taking all your energy away? Are you finding that you can't focus? These are things that you really should think about. So I'll recap this. So like I was saying, there's three rules for setting boundaries. You have to accept that not everyone is nice. This is based around people. And you have to also accept that not every situation, that in every activity, everything that you want to do is going to serve you. And if you're finding that you're with a person that is maybe not giving you what you need, is finding ways to blame shift their situation on you, then you need to have a real conversation with them and set some boundaries. Set a time limit for when they're allowed to vent to you about their situation, or maybe they're trying to blame shift. And then you have to be able to be strong enough to say, look, I get it, I understand, but we need to have, we need to have respect in our relationship. That's what friendship is all about. Having respect for each other. Number 2, learn to trust your intuition, your gut instincts. You'll know if a person isn't right for you. You'll know if a situation isn't right for you. You'll know if a situation isn't right for you right now. But you need to learn to trust your intuition, trust yourself more. You've got your best interests at heart. You do. Remember that. And number 3, walk away. If you have no other alternative, because you've gone through everything, you've tried everything, you've tried to fit in certain, activities into your life, but it's just draining away too much of your time, it's taking away too much of your energy, then you got to walk away from that. It's not right for you right now. And the same thing goes for people. If you are finding that there's people in your life that are constantly taking and they're not giving back, I mean, it's a take and a give relationship. That's how it is. It's like I give an explanation like this. When you give a present to someone, you're excited, right? Well, isn't that the same thing of giving of your time, giving of your energy, of positive energy, caring for another person? Don't you feel good about doing that as well? I know I do. It's important to me to uplift and support the people in my life because they do that for me. So again, you may have to walk away from a situation or a person that's just not, filling your needs right now. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you know someone that needs to hear this right now, please share this video, because maybe that person in your life isn't even aware of this, or maybe it's something you need to think about, something that you're doing that you're, like, as an example, I gave it that myself, always clicking on all these freebies. And then I'm getting inundated with emails, and, I want to be a better coach, but right now I don't have time to go through 15 different webinars or workshops through somebody else to learn how to be a better coach. No, I need to hone in by getting with one coach for each area that I need, but doing it time effectively so I can do it efficiently, so I can become the best coach possible for you. That's my goal. So again, if you know someone that needs to hear this, please share this video. If you need to maybe even think about what you need to take a look in your life that you are putting too much time in, whether it's activities that are just not serving you right now, and you need to actually take a look at your planner and see about what really you can do in a day, what's effectively serving you, and also making sure that you put in time for yourself, because you don't want to have everything based around activities for other people or other things, but you're not getting in any real like quality time with yourself, with your family, with your friends, doing fun things, because that's important. That's important about developing yourself. Self-love is very important. If you'd like to talk more about this with me, please PM me, because I am always interested in talking with you. And again, as I said, if someone else needs to hear this that you know in your life, please share this video. My name is Leslie Godet. I am an empowerment coach. I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so that it frees them up so they can pursue their dreams and their aspirations and turn their visions into their realities. I hope you have a fantastic Friday, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.